Well,
moving on to the Oregon guy. The Dream coin.
So this now, mind you, he's not as I read more about it, he's not the first athlete to do this. Apparently, there was some kid that was at what was the school? I think it was another school in UCLA. Maybe. Yeah, UCLA basketball guard Jalen Clark. His is called J-Rock, like the $ J-Rock. And when he launched it launched at about 63 cents. And this is just kind of one of their deals. It's just one of those gimmicky coins, kind of like how Dogecoin started. That's how I would liken it to. But you think about it, man. If you can just create a coin, just your own, and monetize it, because he's supposed to be allowed, people to buy using that coin, so to speak, to buy merchandise and to, have these private chat sessions with him on Discord pages and that kind of deal. So this thing is endless, especially with college athletes now are able to get money.
Do you think there needs to be some sort of security for the consumer that buys this?
For the cryptocurrency?
Mm-hmm. Well, people that just start up their own coins.
Secure.
I think it
you do? You think it's secure?
There's a lot of layers. There's a lot of layers in it. It's so secure, or at least started so secure. There's people that have lost millions and millions and millions of dollars in it because they couldn't remember their stinking password.
Yeah.
So
do you hear about some British guy that apparently bought all this Bitcoin and it was on his hard drive?
Died?
No. He just happened to throw the computer away and he's in a trash dump and he's been looking for it for like 3 or 4 years.
He'll never find
it. The Bitcoin that he got, they reckon now is worth like 20 million, 25 million. And it's just on his hard drive somewhere in a trash heap.
So here's something to take into consideration talking about it. So there is 21 million total supply of Bitcoin. This is the only asset class where you can literally take it to the grave. Meaning, if all of us were to die with our crypto, no one's getting access to it. Does that make sense? Unless you transfer it, right?
Right.
There's no way for me to access, or your kids to access your crypto unless you share that information with them. So, with that being said, over time, I think they say about 5 million Bitcoins are just gone, locked away because they've been lost. So over time, you're going to have all these Bitcoins get lost.
So you can't put it in your will, or you can't?
I mean, you can, but...
You could, but you'd also have to include the security to get into it. Yeah, you'd have to
put your seed phrase for all this other stuff. So anyways, over time, this is an asset class that is literally, the supply is diminishing naturally, just because Bitcoins get lost on the way.
Wow.
So think about how that's going to fluctuate with your price over the long term.
That's worrying.
Is it worrying?
Yeah, it is, because I mean, one of the reasons I put a little bit aside in Bitcoin, is because hopefully to help me with emergencies or retirement or anything else. So I'm driving down the freeway and I'm in a car accident, especially being epileptic as well. My head's taken off, then it's lost.
Or you got to have that information written down somewhere.
Yeah, so that's like I have a cold wallet, right? So all you need is the passcode to my cold wallet, and you guys could get in and get all my shekels if you wanted to. But if you don't do that, then it's gone. So it's just all about taking the right steps to do it.
Right.
But like you're talking about with this guy in England who lost like $20 million worth of Bitcoin, like if he doesn't find that, those Bitcoins...
Can you imagine how he feels? That's all I keep thinking about.
Those Bitcoins are gone forever.
How do you throw it away?
I mean, can you imagine every day you're going to the dump to, check the trash out, and as you're sorting it out, then they're putting more trash into it?
Of course. Yeah.
But yeah, with this Dream token, I think this is a big rocky road for this guy, and I hope he does everything correctly, because
why'd you say it's a rocky road for him?
Because you don't want the SEC to get involved. Like, say some guy with $5 million gets in there at 26 cents, and then as soon as it hits like 60 cents, he just sells $5 million worth. And I don't know the market cap of this, But if the market cap is $10 million, he just sold half of the market cap.
Right.
So
What's the SEC rules for things like this? Do you know?
Well,
isn't it, if there's more than so many people involved?
I think it's been a big controversy because it's not regulated like everything else.
There is a really big lawsuit right now with XRP, and y'all should look into it. We're not going to go into it, but they are getting audited by the SEC, and it's funny because all the XRP holders are saying the SEC is supposed to protect the consumer, but as soon as the SEC intervened with the asset, it just tanked. So they did the complete opposite of protecting the consumer. They kind of stole the money from the consumer.
Because it's sort of interesting because, at one time we looked at starting up an investment group, to buy properties and flip properties because we've always got opportunities out there. And, there's so many rules and regulations from the SEC.
Right. So with the SEC, they're suing Ripple because they're saying Ripple is sold as a security. When they're saying Ripple is not a security, it's a utility currency. And so that is going in court right now. And the reason I bring it up is because they actually cite Ethereum as being a currency as well as a utility. Okay. And why is Ethereum not getting audited by the SEC?
They some haters. Why are they bringing other people in?
Which is a good point. I mean, what applies to one should apply to somebody else.
So it's going through the court, and it's not looking good for the SEC right now. I'll say that much.
Okay.
Ripple is winning. XRP, sorry.
When you say court, which court is he going through? Are we talking at national level? Or are we talking in a state?
Well, again, like it's a lawsuit. They can.
Yeah, but that can be at different levels.
Sort of. I was trying to see if I saw anything on it. I don't know if I can't tell which court it's actually in, but it's enough to get those guys involved on that federal level.
And the thing
for sure.
when you get to sort of stuff like that is the cost that it is that you hit with.
Yes.
Securities and Exchange Commission announced today that it has filed an action against Ripple Labs and two of its executives who are also significant security holders, alleging that they raised over $1.3 billion through an unregistered ongoing digital security asset.
A lot of clams.
The SEC's complaint filed today in federal district court.
Oh, it's federal for sure.
So you're looking at
with violating the registration provision of the Securities Act of 1930. From 1933, I'm sure your crypto asset will fall under a law made when World War II was still going on.
They're reaching for a precedent, man. Yeah. They are reaching for a precedent.
Well, World War II wasn't going on in 1933.
Yes, it was.
Things have changed.
In 1933?
39 to 45.
Oh. So
okay,
it was a brewing.
World War I then, yes.
It was a brewing.
World War II was 1914 to 1980.
Yeah, so either way, World War I then. Yeah, you're right. World War I. So even worse than in my case, like World War I, you have a war going on and you're trying to use this asset. But yeah, so like I said, the SEC, and these guys don't have to dump the price. It could just look that way. But all these investors will get mad, and they're going to be kids who are usually followers.
He opened at 63.
Oh, so yeah. So he's already down like 30%, 20%. Yeah. So, I wouldn't do it.
So if a cryptocurrency goes the wrong way, is it backed in any way? Or you just lose your butt on it?
You just lose.
Is there any liability on him?
Look. If you buy 1,000 JROC tokens, right? You're still going to have 1,000 JROC tokens. It will just be worth less US dollars, but you still have 1,000 JROC tokens. That doesn't change. Just because the price tanks 50% doesn't mean you have 50% less tokens.
Do you think there should be some sort of liability on him?
No. That's the whole reason this exists.
So anybody can just go and open up a cryptocurrency.
Yeah. If I convince to sell you some swampland in Louisiana, you buy it. That's on you. That's not on me, man.
On free market.
I wouldn't do that to you because you're my friend, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think there should be some.
Like what, though?
I don't know. I don't understand the crypto.
Once you start to employ some type of.
But I think it's open to abuse. That's what
everything's.
Well,
I mean, the stock market.
That's anything. So
okay, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, the fall of 2008. I mean, that tells you right there. I mean, it's all been abused.
Oh, that was
abused. It's a continuing cycle that this happens. The deal now is more of the consumers are more educated to be able to take part in what the big guys have always been taking part in. So that's kind of where we live.
The stock market is like one of the most regulated assets, or not even assets, things in the country, and it's the most manipulated at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's much security in any investment at the end of the day. It's an investment.
It's a risk.
Well, but sometimes
Gambling.
sometimes I think that's used as an excuse for people to.
I personally think that crypto markets are better off than the securities markets, even though it's unregulated.
What do you think this thing looks like for these politicians that are on Twitter that are receiving money, through?
You know what I think about
Twitter.
Politicians receiving money? You haven't even got to ask me that one.
they'll have it. So there we are.
Especially these PACs. I mean, I don't think they should be there. Full stop.
They won't be going away anytime soon. This just kind of opens up another opportunity for money. So
for abuse.
Yeah.
And I just think people need to be educated and smart at the end of the day.
That's why we're here at the Olympian Table talking about it.
Absolutely.
But don't invest in Dream Coin.
Yes, don't do it. Don't hate on you, Jalen.
That is financial advice.
Yeah, no hate on you, but
yeah, and we are not a financial advisor.
We're not.
We're just,